It was only my 4th year in racing. I was still in go-karts at 10 years old, and I saw that. I was like, whoa, this is what it looks like behind F1. It's nice to see that people are seeing the behind the scenes
Behind
of
the
racing.
scenes, exactly.
Yeah. I'm impressed because there's a lot of people that's been to Sri Lanka and know a lot about Sri Lanka. I mean, they know about Colombo, but they don't know about, the little
The
things.
real Sri Lanka.
Yeah, they don't know about the rice and curry and the kottu and the small things in life, So it's actually very welcoming in racing. There's a lot of people that are like, oh, you're from Sri Lanka, that's cool. Like, how did you start and stuff? So it's really nice in racing nowadays because it's very diverse.
Nice.
There's a lot of different nations, so it's really nice to see. I got a taste of what it's like, and I saw the dream. I was like, this is what I want to do,
And you were 6.
Yes, I was very, very young. Yeah. Hamilton and Verstappen, I love both of them so much. But I was also inspired by NBA stars like Michael Jordan and stuff, like huge role models, because I just take so much inspiration in what they do.
He's Sri Lanka's first Formula 3 driver, and he's just signed up with AIX to compete in the 2026 FIA Formula 3 season. He's none other than the guy who put Sri Lanka on the F3 map, Yevan David, and he's our guest today on LMD Podcasts. Yevan, welcome to our show.
Thank you very much. I'm super happy to be here. How are you?
I'm doing super great because this is the first time I'm actually interviewing a racer and someone who's going to take part in F3 next year.
Yes.
So I'm super excited.
Yeah.
So let's hope I get through the questions without missing any.
Yeah, sounds good. We'll do our best.
Perfect. Okay. Massive question to start things off. Can you take us on a very quick spin right back to where it began?
Yes.
What inspired your racing journey?
Yeah, so the first time I drove was in Sri Lanka in Bandaragama, and I remember like driving. We just woke up on a random Sunday and went to the go-kart track here. I tried driving for the first time, and it was amazing. I loved it so much.
Wow.
And then I was also watching Formula 1 at the time. I saw Lewis Hamilton starting to win his first few championships with Mercedes, and I was really inspired by that. So, I got a taste of what it's like, and I saw the dream. I was like, this is what I want to do.
And you were 6.
Yes, I was very, very young. Yeah. I mean, most of the F1 drivers start at that young age. I happened to be one of them. I mean, looking back, I didn't realize that it's actually quite abnormal to start.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like a child prodigy kind of thing.
It's weird because, like, for me, I started racing when I was 6, but I don't think I remember life before that. So it's like my life has just been about racing, So that's why it hasn't appeared to me over these years that it's anything different. But now I start to see it as an adult. So yeah.
Wow, amazing. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. So, okay, Hamilton number 1. But
yes.
Who else were, would you consider your mentors?
Well, Hamilton and Verstappen, I love both of them so much. Both of them I've watched since like 2016 and was just so inspired by the way they were driving and their attitude. But I was also inspired by NBA stars like Michael Jordan and stuff, like huge role models, because I just take so much inspiration in what they do. And even though there's a lot of different role models out there and a lot of people, look up to people in swimming or football, and for me it's racing and basketball. Yeah, it's incredible.
What are the parallels you draw between your role models in racing and basketball?
Well, I'd say in racing, it's like very different attitudes towards racing. Max can be to the 100% all out, which is, I love it. It's a really cool mentality and attitude to have. And then Lewis, which is the consistency that he's had throughout his career, always, never giving up really, and going all the way. No matter how many years he's been in F1.
Yes.
So that's what I really loved from Formula 1. And to basketball, I just loved, maybe it's not got anything to do with the sport, but the athletes that were in it, because they were just these incredible personalities, and the way they took their team as well. You can see it as more of a team sport in basketball because there's more people on the actual team, but racing is just as much as a team sport, so I saw the inspiration.
Right?
Yeah. Because it's not just the driver, it's about the engineers and the mechanics who developed the car. So definitely.
And most of us didn't know this until we saw the next Netflix show.
Drive to Survive, yeah.
Really
including myself, because
really?
I remember when it came out in 2018, it was only my 4th year in racing. I was still in go-karts at 10 years old, and I saw that. I was like, whoa, this is what it looks like behind F1. And then we just actually released our own series this year in Euro Formula, which was the Road to F3. So it's nice to see that people are seeing the behind the scenes
Behind
of
the
racing.
scenes, exactly.
Yeah.
Wow, lovely. Talking about behind the scenes, you come from a multicultural background, right? How does that shape you, shape your identity?
I'd say like I've been to a lot of different places because of racing, but I've also lived in different countries, mainly for family's job and also for my racing. I moved to Italy a few years ago as well, and that's a country that I would have never guessed I'd be living in.
Right.
But all these different cultures, I guess I've learned a lot more about the world and different people, and not just how to race around the world, but how to socialize with different people and work with different people. And therefore, that helps me, with reaching my goals, because no matter who I work with, whether it's in Formula 3 or Formula 4, different engineers, I kind of know their backgrounds and stuff because I've been to so many different places. And in terms of my identity, I kind of just relate to the world, relate to everyone, but always coming back to Sri Lanka. Yeah.
And how do they relate to Sri Lanka? I mean, you might be one of the few Sri Lankans they've ever met, the people you work with.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
It's crazy because I'm impressed because there's a lot of people that's been to Sri Lanka and know a lot about Sri Lanka. I mean, they know about Colombo, but they don't know about, the little things.
The real Sri Lanka.
Yeah, they don't know about the rice and curry and the kottu and the small things in life, So I tell them about that, and, because I've been to a lot of different countries, probably where they're from as well, I can relate to them in that sense. But it's nice that I can represent Sri Lanka and show them Sri Lanka is, it's a really cool place, and there's racing there, there's sports, and it's a wonderful country of opportunity.
And for them, Sri Lanka might not exactly be on the racing map. Have you encountered questions where they ask you?
Yeah. It's actually very welcoming in racing. There's a lot of people that are like, oh, you're from Sri Lanka, that's cool. How did you start and stuff? So it's not like they don't belittle you or anything because you're from Sri Lanka. It's really nice in racing nowadays because it's very diverse. Nice. There's a lot of different nations, so it's really nice to see. Yeah, they ask a load of questions. So yeah.
Lovely.
Stay tuned for more chats with Yevan David next week on LMD Podcasts.